Merryweather Security is one of the biggest, yet also one of the most unknown organizations in the GTA universe, described by Trevor Phillips himself as a private army for the New World Order.
Merryweather Security Consulting. Private army to the New World Order.
But what does Merryweather really stand for, and who is really benefiting from the existence of that militia? Well, that's what we will be discovering in this documentary. According to GTA Wiki, Merryweather was founded in 2003 by this guy, Don Percival. Being an ex-Navy SEAL in the United States military, Don got the starting capital for Merryweather from helping a coup in the Western African country of Mali. There him, alongside other high-ranking Navy SEAL generals, managed to take control of the gold mines of Africa's one of the most resourceful countries. Although Merryweather Security Agency was founded as an American private military contractor, then at first they didn't have clearance to operate on US soil. From 2003 to 2008, Merryweather operated as a high-risk task force in America's overseas wars, mainly in the Middle Eastern countries of Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan, helping the US military in operations that required the best trained mercenaries and highest level of tactical competence. There have also been some leaks that during the same time, Merryweather Security worked alongside the IAA to assist their operations in Colombia, Honduras, Nicaragua, Burkina Faso, Myanmar, and the former Soviet Socialist republics of Georgia and Moldova. Although this has never been confirmed by the United States government, then it is most likely the reality since all IAA operations are classified information. In 2009, Merryweather Security Consulting formally signed a contract with the US and Canadian governments, which finally granted them clearance to operate on American and Canadian soil. It was then that Merryweather as we know it really began to take shape. The board of Merryweather chose San Andreas and the city of Los Santos as their main area of operations. In May of 2009, Merryweather purchased a naval port on Elysian Island, Los Santos, which to this day has been Merryweather's main base of operations. Ever since Merryweather expanded to the American home market, they have trained out 3 separate security divisions, which all operate semi-autonomously from each other. The first one is a patrol division, which provides on-site property protection and security. They usually guard the sites on foot or in a patrol vehicle. One of their main clients for the past 15 years has been the Los Santos South Docks, aka the Jetsam Terminal. But they have also many clients from the construction business to guard the construction sites from theft and burglaries. The second division is the main division that people think of when they hear the name Merryweather, and that is the private military division. It is designed to operate in high-risk operations like counter-terror missions, military equipment escorts, assassination orders, and so on. This division is codenamed Black Ops because of its often formally unauthorized operations. This is also the division that works alongside the US military, the US government, and the FIB. The third and final division of Merryweather is the Humane Labs division, which is responsible for the wellness and safety of the lab near the Grand Sonora Desert in San Andreas. It is unclear if the whole lab is in control of Merryweather or are they just providing security service there for the IAA, but Merryweather's involvement in the lab is undeniable. No matter what division you are a part of in the firm though, Merryweather has very high standards for all of its employees. They appear to primarily recruit ex-military personnel to ensure well-skilled mercenaries for all of their divisions. The personnel are most often described as incredibly aggressive, with no morals or ethic codes, which can be seen in the GTA storyline.
The guy don't speak English. Must have misread the manifesto.
He said, no,
In 2013, Merryweather got in the way of none other than Trevor Phillips. Having made connections with one of the Los Santos port workers, Trevor began to make plans to hijack a military-grade submarine that Merryweather was guarding for the US government.
Man, you can say whatever you want about Trevor, but shit, he got it done.
Yep, let's hope so.
Hey, is that Lester? What? Hey, man, what the fuck you doing here?
You should be in bed.
Yes, I should be. I would be if certain known associates weren't busy making themselves enemies of the state. You know, the FIB, Merryweather, IAA, you can fuck with them all day long. But when you try and steal an experimental super weapon and sell it to the Chinese, you and everyone you ever knew is gonna be fucked in the ass, you fucking chumps!
Hold on, man. A super weapon? The Chinese, what?
What you think is in there?
I thought he talked to you.
All right, man, so what now?
Well, maybe I can organize to have it taken back and found amongst the wreckage.
Whoa! Holy fuck, Lester Crest! Holding on and looking good, huh?
Do you have any idea what you did here?
Yeah? I pulled a score. What, are you jealous because you didn't get your 20%?
If that thing doesn't go back, then we will all end up on every watch list in the entire planet.
Watch list? So fucking what?
So they don't watch, they kill. Idiot, we'll all be dead within a week. Think!
Although this wasn't the only time that Merryweather got in the way of Trevor Phillips and his company. Trevor's business's main operation area is selling and providing weapons in the countryside of San Andreas, and by a coincidence, a Merryweather cargo plane loaded with weapons happened to fly over the same area just a few weeks after the submarine event.
Oh my goodness!
Until 2013, a lot of the shares of Merryweather were actually held by this guy, who a lot of you guys might know from the storyline, a multi-billionaire living near Fort Sancudo that went by the name of Devin Weston. After Franklin, Michael and Trevor drowned him at the end of the storyline, Merryweather's stock price plummeted, which gave an opportunity for the founder of Merryweather, Don Percival, to buy out the shares at a very low price. But that didn't mean that the GTA antagonists and Merryweather were all of a sudden good friends. No, quite the opposite. After the catastrophic failures Merryweather had against Trevor, the security firm lost their good reputation, which led them to lose many big clients, the IAA and the US military being one of them. Don Percival just barely managed to keep the US government as his client, which kept him the clearance to continue on US soil. The time period from 2013 to 2017 can be considered as the dark ages for the security consulting firm. Merryweather was in shambles and was on the verge of bankruptcy due to losing their main clients. Merryweather closed off their second and third divisions and only kept their site and property guarding division active, which was then the only profitable segment of the agency. At the end of 2017, this guy shows up. I'm sure he's also well known for most of you guys, but if you don't know who he is, then let me introduce you to Avon Hertz, a genius tech billionaire who, along other things, owns the electric car company Coil and is the founder of an AI software called Clifford. That's right, the same AI that alongside Avon tried to take control of the world by manipulating our online character Agent 14 and the FIB. Avon was good friends with Merryweather CEO Don Percival, and by the time that the Doomsday heist action started to take place, Avon needed himself a private army, and just for him, the second division of Merryweather, aka the paramilitary organization, was opened once again. Ultimately, Hertz's plan to take over the world via his AI Clifford failed, but that cannot be said for the resurrection of Merryweather. Avon, being one of the richest men in the world, paid very well for his private military services, which allowed Merryweather to continue existing even after Avon was killed. But although reviving their role in the private military sector of Los Santos, Merryweather's stock price was still at an all-time low. Conveniently though, in 2021, an anonymous stock insider came up with a plan to artificially inflate Merryweather's stock price by giving credit to the security firm for taking down the biggest drug cartels in Los Santos. In reality, the same inside trader hired Franklin Clinton's firm, which includes also our online character, to take care of the drug wars, so Merryweather was really giving credit for no reason. That so-called fictional glory on the stock market lasted for Merryweather until 2023, when Charlie Red, you know, the guy who works as a mechanic in your hangar, founded the Los Santos Angels, a rival mercenary group for Merryweather. By 2023, the US government had lost trust for Merryweather, not seeing them as a viable business partner for their operations. This change of heart led to the government hiring the Los Santos Angels to take care of the equipment that the government had outsourced to Merryweather. That mission was accomplished by the Los Santos Angels via a project they called Project Overthrow, a project that our online character was also once again a part of. And with that, a decade after the US Congress had approved Merryweather's activity on US soil, they finally ended the government contract in late 2023. And since then, Merryweather hasn't been legally able to operate on US soil anymore. If Merryweather is still operating in the US illegally though is still quite unclear, taking into account that the military contractor still has very important connections in the FIB, the IAA, the White House and the US military, then they might be able to fly under the radar with their activities in San Andreas. But I guess we will see the truth about them in a year, where most of the action will move away from Los Santos and the San Andreas region over to the eastern coast to Vice City and the state of Leonida. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and see you guys in the next documentary.